What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Stanley T from WearTesters.com, here to bring you the performance review of the Under Armour Drive 4. Let's get it. First up is the traction. The traction on the Drive 4 was just completely bonkers, insane. So whatever I threw at it, whether it be indoors, whether it be outdoors, this traction stuck to the ground no matter what I threw at it. This is extremely killer cam, honestly. Whatever type of update or upgrade they did with the rubber compound, please continue to use it because this worked really well. The deep grooves really bit down to the ground really well. There are really rare cases where I had to wipe down into the shoe. On occasions, if you hit that really dusty court, even then, I barely even had to wipe. I barely even noticed that effect. I even had to wipe because of the deep grooves of the herringbone traction pattern and the extensive use of the materials and the scientific rubber content that is utilized in this particular shoe. So, traction-wise, please continue to use this pattern or type of material usage on future models because this was beastly. Next up is the cushioning. The shoe uses micro G. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Except the micro G is only utilized in the heel area. For a big man like me who plays a moderately down low game or multi-dimensional game of perception, it's something that was really lacking in this particular model, especially coming from the previous model also. So there's micro G along the heel, and this just seems like it's just straight EVA along the forefoot. Especially after coming down from a rebound or starting a fast break, my knees really took more of the impact overall rather than the cushion itself that's provided with the shoe. So I don't know where Under Armour was really thinking in terms of protection, impact protection itself, but it's something they probably need to go back into the lab and rethink it because a lot of these UA shoes that do come out, I do see a lot of smaller guards and multi-dimensional players wear it. I'm a multi-dimensional player, but I play more of a heavier set game, I guess you can say, because I'm a bigger dude. So I'm the type of person that needs a little bit more impact protection, whereas this case, the Drive 4, didn't offer me that as much as I expected. So hopefully within the next model or down the line, create a shoe for a big man or try to alleviate the issue, whereas create a full length micro G like you had back in the day with the prototype or the Steph Curry line, because I think once you do that, it might alleviate a lot of the issues on impact protection for a person like me and my knees. Next up is the materials. The materials on the Under Armour Drive 4 utilizes a textile breathable mesh. However, the overlay mesh itself is kind of stiff on foot, especially with upon first try on, the materials didn't really contour the foot very well. I tried lacing this up a little bit slightly looser and even tighter, and the materials didn't bite at all. It does take a lot more time to break in than usual on the shoe itself. That's why it's taking me so long to actually test drive the shoe. The other materials that it does have is this external plastic heel counter, and we'll get back to that because I have a gripe with that. Due to the lack of materials in the interior, there should be extra padding when you allocate the heel counter itself. I mean, I understand that it's supposed to cup to your feet. It's supposed to stay in place. However, upon certain particular movements, the back of my heel dug into the back of the heel counter, which caused some blistering. It's very uncomfortable. It doesn't happen all the time, but once it hits to the back of the heel, man, not good. No bueno. The other items that are in the materials is that you have some 3M overlays, which is actually pretty cool, as you can tell from the lighting that I do have. You have a micro G heel midsole, and then you have some EVA foam, and you have a Ortholite interior sock liner, and this awesome rubber herringbone traction that they've utilized on this particular model, which is the bright spot of this particular shoe in terms of material. And that's it. Next up is the support. Support naturally comes from the containment and the fit of the shoe. However, that was a lackluster part in the shoe itself. The fit was slightly a little bit flimsy, even though it's wide foot friendly, and the containment, due to the stiffness of the materials, caused a little bit of issues with how I wanted to lace it comfortably. So there was a lack of consistency in terms of support in the shoe. The other issue I did have was the lack of padding along the internal area of the heel. Depending on the movements you do make, especially the hard cuts and whatnot, it really the depends on how you move. And I had cases where the back of my heel dug into the back of the material and the heel counter itself. So I did have some blisters, and it really was uncomfortable to play. I'm not saying it happened a lot, but there are occasions on certain movements I did make, the heel did hit the back of the heel counter and it kind of dug into the back of my feet. Totally not cool. Other than that, you have the other support is the Micro G cushioning in the heel, which is very reactive, especially on impact, and the lack of cushioning along the heel, which is just EVA foam itself. I do expect the support to be improved, hopefully in the Drive 5 model, especially for a bigger player like myself who needs the extra cushioning and depend kind of on the technology itself and not my body or my knees. Because my knees really don't like the impact it's taking. Last but not least is the awesome traction. It bit to the dust whether I played outdoor, bit to the ground, I'm sorry, whether I played outdoor or indoor. So that was one of the key aspects that I really did like about the shoe. So if you're a guard or forward and really need that type, do a lot of quick movements and you need the shoe to bite to the ground, this is a shoe for you. But overall, the support, it's almost there, but hopefully within the next model. Overall, the UA Drive 4 was a shoe I really wanted to love. However, it kind of made me turn my head the other way. From the materials, the aesthetics, the support, to the fit, it almost like it took one step forward and two steps back in this particular shoe. But that's not to say that UA did something bad here. It's the fact that they actually took risks and tried something new, which is, suffice to say, some certain other brands really don't. Rare case nowadays are suffice to actually even do that. So I really do commend Under Armour really trying to adapt and try and do different things. This thing right here, this traction, holy crap, just amazing. Please apply this to any other future models, or the rubber context of the content and the deep rubber groove patterns on all your other future basketball shoes, because this worked indoor, outdoor, and it bit everything that I needed. Overall, other than that, the materials, I think there could have been a way better improvement on, especially seeing the Curry 4 model from the finals, and also coming from the Clutch Fit 3, that knitted material would have felt way better. Although this is wide foot friendly, just didn't like the fact it took so long to break in, and the materials were a little bit more stiff than usual. I did like this shoe, just probably not as much as last year's model, but here's hoping to the Drive 5 and with the improvements, and hopefully you guys take this as constructive criticism and not me hating the shoe itself. Well, ladies and gents, that's it for me, Stanley T from WearTest.com, with the performance review of the Under Armour Drive 4. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please leave it down below in the video. Make sure you subscribe, share the video, share it with your peers, your teachers, your kids, your wife, your dog, your cat, anybody if you want. If you have any other questions, you can also reach me on my social media it is TSE Stanley 23 on Twitter and or on Instagram. So I will try to answer all the questions as fluently as possible, because we do get hit up and all this content on site. So we try to provide you with all the information necessary possible. For all your other sneaker related performance review, make sure you hit up WearTest.com. And that's it for me, Stanley T from WearTest.com, signing out. Thanks for watching. Peace. I'm out.